Ever felt like you were thrown into a situation you couldn't possibly survive? Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible survival stories ever told, a tale of courage, faith, and a king who learned a powerful lesson. This is the story of Daniel in the lion's den. So, who was Daniel? Imagine being a top official in a massive empire, the kingdom of Babylon. Daniel was so good at his job, so full of wisdom and integrity, that King Darius planned to put him in charge of the entire kingdom. But with great success comes great envy. The other high-ranking officials and satraps were green with jealousy. They watched Daniel like hawks, trying to find some fault, some mistake they could use against him, but they found nothing. Daniel was blameless, honest, and completely dedicated. Frustrated, his enemies realized there was only one way to trap him: through his unwavering faith. Daniel prayed to his God 3 times a day, every single day, without fail. So, these cunning officials hatched a devious plan. They went to King Darius and flattered him, suggesting he create a new law. They proposed that for the next 30 days, anyone who prayed to any god or human other than the king himself would be thrown into a den of hungry lions. The king, caught up in the flattery and not realizing the trap, signed the decree, and in ancient Persia, a law signed by the king was irreversible. Now, what do you think Daniel did? Did he hide his faith? Did he pray in secret? Absolutely not. When Daniel learned about the new law, he went home, opened his windows toward Jerusalem just as he always did, got down on his knees, and prayed, giving thanks to his God. He didn't waver. He didn't compromise his beliefs, even with his life on the line. Of course, his enemies were watching. They caught him in the act and rushed back to the king. "King Darius," they exclaimed, "didn't you sign a law that anyone who defies it will be thrown to the lions? Well, Daniel, one of the exiles, is ignoring you and praying to his God 3 times a day." The king's heart sank. He realized he had been tricked into condemning his most trusted advisor. He spent the entire day trying to find a loophole, a way to save Daniel, but the law was unchangeable. As evening fell, a heartbroken King Darius gave the order. Daniel was brought to the lion's den. Before they cast him in, the king said to Daniel, "May your God, whom you serve so faithfully, rescue you." A large stone was rolled over the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own ring, so that no one could interfere. That night, the king couldn't eat or sleep. He tossed and turned, worrying about Daniel. At the first light of dawn, he rushed to the lion's den. In a voice filled with anguish, he called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve so faithfully, been able to rescue you from the lions?" And then, a voice came from inside the den. It was Daniel. "O king, live forever," he called out. "My God sent his angel, who shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent in his sight. Nor have I ever done any wrong before you, O king." King Darius was overjoyed. He ordered Daniel to be lifted out of the den immediately. When they examined him, there wasn't a single scratch on him. His complete trust in his God had protected him. But the story doesn't end there. Furious at the treachery of Daniel's accusers, the king commanded that those men, along with their families, be thrown into the very same lion's den. And before they even reached the floor, the lions overpowered them. Then, King Darius wrote a new decree for his entire empire. He declared that everyone should fear and revere the God of Daniel. He wrote, "For he is the living God, and he endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will never end. He rescues and he saves. He performs signs and wonders in the heavens and on the earth. He has rescued Daniel from the power of the lions." Daniel's story is a powerful reminder that true courage isn't the absence of fear, but acting on your convictions despite it. It teaches us about integrity, the consequences of jealousy, and the incredible power of unwavering faith. What situation in your life feels like a lion's den right now? Let this story inspire you to stand firm in what you believe. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible tales from history. See you next time.